Evening, everybody. Thank you, Rashmi, for being here. Rashmi is a homeopath doctor. She is passed from Delhi University and she specializes in stress and she works exclusively with children who have got congenital issues and with GI tract problems and with skin issues. She is brilliant at her work. I'm Dr. Anu Mehta, Master Trainer in Meta Health in India. So I would like to today invite Rashmi to talk about bursitis. So a few days back, I did come down with knee pain and I did all my tests. Everything was fine. And then I started talking to Rashmi. Rashmi, do you remember that conversation?
Absolutely. Conversing, you said, Rashmi, I don't know, I'm having a typical type of knee pain. Is it arthritis? I said, okay. She said, but this is very typically moving. Whenever I'm doing a certain type of movement, this pain comes in. I said, then you must be having bursitis.
Ask Dr. Rashmi to make it easy for us. Rashmi, what really is bursa?
Okay, I need to understand bursitis. We should first of all understand the locomotor system. Nature has created the locomotor system for a purpose. Now, what is that purpose? We are basically animals. So in all animals, for survival, the basic adaptation that nature has created is movement, and to facilitate that movement the locomotor system was created. So it comprises of joints, bones, muscle, cartilages, etc. But at a joint, to be very precisely, there are various structures. So if this is a joint, when the joint is moving, the structures over here are riding over each other. It could be the bone, it could be the tendon, it could be the ligament, which is riding over it. So what happens when it is moving? Friction is bound to occur. Nature has created something which is called bursa to avoid that friction. So the bursa is, if I put it like this over here, it is something like a fluid-filled sac, and that fluid-filled sac between our joint acts as a shock absorber, and more so does not cause friction in the joint, so that the movement is easy. This structure is known as bursa.
So with the symptoms of the bursitis,
what happens is, as I told you, it would be pain, stiffness while moving. So this pain is typically while moving only, because bursa is a shock absorber. Have you ever seen a shock absorber of the car?
I actually haven't explained it, please. Yeah.
Okay. There is a shocker or a shock absorber in the car, which facilitates movement of the structures within the car, within the wheel, etc. So similarly, in our joint, this is a structure which causes movement, absorbs the shocks.
Wow. Give us a Meta Health view of this.
Okay. See, bursa actually essentially means in olden Greek, it means a purse. And what do we carry in a purse, Anu? Basically,
I carry money and I carry my documents and carry my treasures in that purse.
Okay, so you carry your valuables in the purse?
Yes, I do. But all the things that are really required for me.
And for everything.
For my survival.
And for ladies, everything is valuable in her purse. Nothing is trash.
Yes, I agree with that.
Your mind. What is the most you have to bow down to your values, and what will happen to you?
If I bow down to my values, I might not be able to function the way I would like to function, because it's part of me. Like not stealing is a very integral part of me, or not working just for money is an integral part of me. To negate that part of me, then I wouldn't live or move ahead in life the way I do right now. Maybe the confidence would be missing. Something would not be the same.
So you said your confidence will be missing.
Yes.
You would not be able to do what you are doing.
No, I would not be able to.
So let us see this in the perspective of the knee.
Okay.
Or in front of whom do we kneel?
So I would kneel in my head only in front of my ancestors, or in front of God, or in front of my mentors.
Let's go back a few 100 years ago.
Yeah.
You were supposed to bow down.
Yes.
In front of the king.
Yes.
So would they had to bow down against their values?
Of course, I mean, if I feel like a slave and I'm told to kneel down and told to do and follow the orders of the person or the king just because he's a king, I might bring a rigidity over there. I might not want to move.
And if this keeps on happening again and again, and you are not able to fight it out.
So few things can happen. Either I leave that place and move off completely out of the situation, or if I have to abide by the situation, I might not be able to get up once I kneel.
You'll have to succumb to the situation.
Absolutely.
Agree to everything that has been told to do, and you cannot use your free will.
I might not feel that I'm free. I might feel very caged in my movement. Yes.
So you when you are bound down to your values, you are actually kneeling in front of the person or the circumstance. Use our knees for that.
Yes.
So such a man, if he gets up after he succumbed, would he be able to stand up?
It would be very difficult.
Very difficult.
Yes.
Because that is the time the bursa, which were meant to give a cushion, a comfort zone in the mind as well as the joint, both of them, they are not functioning well. So what will happen after that? Because the bursa were meant to keep friction at bay. If the bursa are not functioning well, what will happen? Then the joint will succumb later.
Yes, when you was talking about cushion, it felt to me as if the cushion of freedom would be taken away from me.
Yes. If the cushion of freedom is taken away from somebody,
but do things because I forcefully have to do them. I don't seem to have a choice, and that would really hit me where it hurts the most. And what does the word itis actually mean?
After every word in English, if it itis suffixes, then it is called, it's an inflammation of that area, like iritis. Iritis is the inflammation of the iris. Bursitis is the inflammation of the bursa. Arthritis is the inflammation of the joint.
Yes. So, can we highlight here what's the difference between arthritis and bursitis?
Okay. Arthritis is inflammation of the joint, and bursitis is specifically inflammation of the bursa. So, let us understand both in the knee perspective, both are causes of pain. But what would be the difference, and how would we differentiate it? So as I said, arthritis is just between the joint when the joint is moving. So the pain of arthritis would be when the joint starts moving. So it is the cartilage. There is a cartilage structure in between which has a certain fluid. That fluid is not available on the initial movement. So the pain occurs on initial movement. It is between the cartilaginous structure. The pain of bursitis is because this cushion, the shock absorber, is not functioning well, or there is inflammation in it. So see, the shock absorber has to function every time. When the car is moving, the shock absorber is continuously functioning. Yes. If there would be a pothole on the road, the shock absorber will function. When you're walking on the road, your shock absorber, the bursa, is continuously functioning. So the shock absorber is continuously functioning, and this pain is continuous on movement. There are 4 bursa in the knee.
Okay.
There are four bones in the knee. So let us understand. The first is the thigh bone on the top. The lower structure, we have 2 bones. One is the tibia and the other one is the fibula, the leg bones.
Right.
There is a structure on the knee joint over here which is called the patella, or the knee.
Right.
So there are 4 bursa which would help in the movement. So one is attached to the muscle which brings the thigh to the knee joint. The other 2 are attached to the fibula and the tibia, the leg bones. And the 4th one is attached to the patella. Okay. That is the and between the patella and the skin, so that there could be an easy movement and shock absorption could be done.
There's bursitis, there is arthritis, there's knee replacement. What's the difference here?
So I was telling you about these 4 structures. So when you find a swelling in one bursa, it will be localized to that area of the bursa near the thigh bone.
Yes.
So that inflammation will be observed there only, not near the tibia or the fibula or the patella. That is one demarcating point. The knee, and in arthritis, the knee joint is involved per se as a whole thing. And secondly, what happens is in bursitis, it is all of a sudden. It comes due to any kind of trauma. It's a sudden kind of pain. Arthritis develops over years and years. Then an arthritis could be easily visible on an X-ray.
Yeah, because nothing was visible on the X-ray. They said that it's absolutely okay.
Yes. Bursitis, because it's not a bony structure, it will not be visible on the X-ray.
There would be tests which will help you to know whether you got bursitis or not. Could you tell people what those tests are about?
Yeah. So they can get an MRI done. You can get an X-ray done to rule out the cause of the knee pain, whether it is arthritis. If nothing comes on, then it could probably be bursitis. Then we could get the blood test to get the inflammatory markers, because bursitis is an inflammatory condition, and an MRI would be a good test.
Okay.
And even an ultrasound could be a good test for differentiating bursitis.
Thank you, Rashmi. That was amazing. I really loved having conversation with you.
Same here.
And there's so much that I learned today. I really, really acknowledge your knowledge and your presence today over here. If people have to find you, how do they find you?
Well, my website is mantramanonymous.com and my phone number is 88512 99747. That's at the location in India.
And I'm Dr. Anu Mehta. If you need to find me, you can find me on 99308 98116, or you can go on my website, that is metahealthindia.com. So thank you very much, and we'll meet you again. Thank you.
Thank you.